Well, you're right, guys. I've just lifted the tiger beans from that bed just there. Might give the shallots a better chance of growing now as well. These are, I'll show you in a minute, these are very pretty beans, and I'm saving them for drying. You can eat them now. They call it demi-sec, but I don't want to. I want to save them because these are one of the best beans for making Mexican refried beans. And I'll put the proper name for them on the screen because I can't for the life of me remember what it is. I'm just going to take them off the vine, chuck the vines in the compost and stick the beans in there, and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, not a bad little haul. Some are drier than others, but if I left them in the ground, knowing my luck, it would pour down with rain and it would ruin a lot. So here they are. Let me just get some out and I'll show you. Oh, there we are. Hope that's enough to show you the tiger stripe. Brilliant. Yeah, well, in the greenhouse with these, what I'll do with these, what I'm doing, is either snapping the end off or cutting the end off, because when they do dry out completely, it makes them so much easier to break open. My poor little fingers can't squeeze them sometimes. Oh, you're right, guys, trying to set out the sun. It's a bit blooming awkward at the moment. End of the day, end of the week, fantastic. What is it now, Saturday evening? Had a great week, done lots of preserves. And I am gutted that the filming of this one didn't work. As you can see, filming here is very, very awkward. In the morning, the table's bright and the background's dark behind me in shadow, and then later on it's vice versa. So what I've been doing is getting up at bloody 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning and filming. But this one, Dragonfire Shallots, I tried playing around with the manual camera settings and they looked great on the little screen on the camera, looking at you now. Stuck it on the editing software and it's all washed out, everything is just terrible. Anyway, just a quick one. Shelling these tiger beans, and I tell you what, it's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have to, I ain't got a bowl, there it is, I got a bowl. Cut the ends off when they were wet, but I let a few dry out a little bit. I tried it and they just pop off. Maybe I was confusing them a bit with the likes of peas and broad beans, where you pod them when they're green, so they're a little bit more awkward to peel, peel, whatever, shell, whatever you call it. Well, I've got a few things planned for the coming week. Oh, it's bright. A couple of recipes. I got one more preserve recipe that I've got lined up, and that is a viewer request, another one. Branston pickle copycat, so we're having to go at that one. I've done my usual thing and trolled through the internet. And I'll tell you what I did. I'm going to brave up to this one now. I copied loads, and what I did, I put them on a spreadsheet, and I labelled all the ingredients. And this chef or cook does it this way with that many, and this one does it with that many. And they're all blooming different. Every single one's different. So what I did, I got onto AI, and I said, can you give me a copycat? Oh, I can't even say it. And I said, can you give me a copycat Branston pickle recipe? Do not copy anyone on the internet because, and I said I lied to AI, I've tried them and they're no good. And it come back straight away and it said, understandable, because many of them do this, do that, and this and that. So here is an ideal one, basing itself on the advertised Branston proportions of 52% vegetables and so and so. And I tell you what, the ingredients look spot on. It is almost an average of others, but it seems to have taken all the key ingredients. So anyway, I'm looking forward to doing this one. I've got one thing to buy, and that's some black treacle. Now it says you can use molasses. I've got molasses, but treacle's a bit sweeter. And when you think about it, Branston is a little bit sweet, and it does say this. It says using molasses can give it a more, I don't know, earthy taste or something like that. But I tell you what, clever shit. Oh dear me. I think I'm gonna have a few tiger beans anyway. But at the allotment today, I met a travelling friend of mine, a friend of mine, Fletch. She lives down in Fareham, and she's on a mission. She's found her son had a tragic accident a while back, and in his memory, she's doing a charity bike ride on a Honda 90 Cub from Warrington, where she's found the bike, the actual bike, riding it back down to Fareham, and she's going to stop off at me on the way. But the best laid plans and all that, things went wrong. The MOT wasn't ready, the ignition switch didn't work, and so on. So in the end, she ended up hiring a van and carting it back down. But she still stopped off, and we had a bite to eat and a coffee, etc. at Leaf and Ground. Very good, very good. Didn't get any photographs. Didn't want to embarrass the poor lady. Nobody wants to be associated with me, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that was enjoyable today. Bit of a break from the norm, you know. And I took the gremlins out for breakfast yesterday. Blue Diamond Garden Centre at Nailsworth. It's lovely there. They loved it. They haven't been there before. It is a bit of a haul for them. It's about 8 miles, you know, and you know what kids are like in a car. So, but we enjoyed it, and they got a little play area there as well. So they weren't too badly priced. Quite reasonable, really, actually. Their mum, 4 kids and their mum and me. Breakfasts, drinks, 50 quid. Can't argue with that, really. So, right, let me get these done. You're good, you get sunburn on one side of your face, like, you know. I want to get this done. It's one of those chores. You can't do this indoors. You get dust everywhere, you know. Bit of a chat, really. I don't think I'm going to put these bits in the wrinkle because they're a bit dry. And I'm not sure if I might put a handful in, see what happens. They got a new gizmo coming out soon. I don't know what it is yet. But if it's as good as their composter, I'm in for it, I tell you. I must make a carrier bag every week, 2 weeks. And I don't know if I said before, I scatter it on the allotment, on the beds. And scratch it in because you don't want to leave it on the surface because now sometimes it does attract, or it can attract, I say vermin, but that all depends how much meat you've put in. If you know, I think that's what it is anyway. I don't put a lot of meat in because I don't eat an awful lot of meat, and I don't have much waste meat, so it might be a bit of sort of bacon fat or something like that, you know. But yeah, so and you got to tickle it in so it doesn't cake over. It goes a bit. You put it on the surface. It'll go hydrophobic and water will wash off it. What's good with these is there's no actual damage. I don't see any holes or anything at the moment. I don't know why I'm holding this one. Oh dear me. What else we got planned this week? I've got to deliver a jar of those Mexican sunshine carrots that the couple of friends of mine up the plot gifted me the carrots for. Got to deliver those next week. I'd rather give it to them while they're up there rather than leave it on the plot in case they don't go for a couple of days. And if it does get baking hot summer, pickled Mexican sunshine, roasted, boiled Mexican sunshine carrots, you know. What else I got planned? I think that's about it, really. Oh, we got aubergine dish using finger aubergines, tiny ones. What are they? The Thai green ones that Ali gave me. They've grown really well. So I got a load of those. They won't be a normal aubergine dish. They'll be a special little dish. And I got another marrow to use up, and I want to do something a bit different with that. I want to think of something like cook it in butter or something like that. Nearly there. Oh, we've got tomato taste test coming up. I've got 5 tomatoes ready. Again, they're ones that I've not tasted before, so that should be interesting. That's about it, guys. Right, back in a sec when I finish this. Oh yeah, still no rain forecast. Well, not for another week anyway. And if there is, when I say rain, I mean rain worth talking about, you know what I mean? There's a little bit, and it's 0.2 millimetres or something overnight. Not even enough to wet the leaves, so going to be spending a bit of time watering. Having a chat with the owner of the site, the allotment site and the garden centre, what do you call it, bistro thingy, and all about modifying the. I know our hoses and that are fed from a lake. They're also fed from a borehole, and the borehole is a bit intermittent in its water level and its pump. So he wants to get it dredged out a bit and a better pump installed, so that should be good. Because at the moment it is a bit hit and miss. Normally there's very, very good pressure there. You know those expanding hoses? Well, I've got one of those up there. I'd rather use that than the allotment provided ones, because we got to reel those back up and everything. You know when there's good pressure because the hose goes rigid almost instantly. But today it was taking its time to grow, you know, and then the spray wasn't too good on the pots. So that'd be good. I'm not sure if they use the borehole water for anything else actually up there, like flushing the toilets and things. That'd be good if they did. I'll have to ask him next time I see him. Right, there we are then, guys. I'll go and get my phone and show you what they look like. Well, there they are. They're quite pretty, really, aren't they? Just trying to find some typical tiger-looking ones. There's one there, look. I'm going to get rid of those red ones because they're sort of mutant sort of things. I'm going to go back to type or to one of their parents. That would be all right, but, you know. Yeah, so some of these will be for cooking, and I'll save a good dozen seeds for next year just to plant on again. All right, that's it for now, guys. Catch you in a bit, and hopefully when it's a bit less sunny.